Good morning, students. I'm Dr. Neha Sharma, a faculty member at State Tularam Bafna Academy. In previous classes, we have started a chapter motion and we have discussed four important physical quantities that are distance, displacement, speed, and velocity. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss next another important physical quantity, that is acceleration. Acceleration is the one definition of acceleration is it is the rate of change of velocity. As we discussed that velocity is displacement per unit time. Displacement means it is related to both term, that is magnitude and the direction. So it is a vector quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity. Whenever there is a change in velocity or whenever there is a change in these two parameters, that is magnitude and direction, the acceleration exists. So means whenever there is a change in velocity, the acceleration exists. So it is in a physics, it is represented by a small a. So a small a or acceleration is directly proportional to rate of change in velocity. As I defined the term rate, the rate is basically related to that some quantity is changes with respect to time. So I am writing that acceleration is rate of change of velocity, means velocity changes with respect to time. So A is defined as, or acceleration is defined as change in velocity per unit time. Means there is a del V by del T term. So means final velocity minus initial velocity divided by the difference between two time. So I hope you heard this term acceleration so many times that you may heard that take fast acceleration, your car moves fast. Sometimes we misunderstood the acceleration term with high speed, which is totally wrong because acceleration is not related to the speed. Acceleration is exists only when there is a change in velocity, right? Means whenever the velocity changes, means its distance is changes, its direction is changes, means these two parameters is changes, then velocity changes, and velocity changes means acceleration exists in that case. How we define it, how we calculate it, we will discuss in the next slides. So I'm giving you one example that suppose one car is moving from point A to point B. Initially, its velocity is 20 meter per second. I'm representing a initial velocity, or at point A, velocity is VA. VA is 20 meter per second. At point B, that is our final point or final destination, the velocity is 40 meter per second. The direction is same. Now, will acceleration exist in this car? Or in this case, yes, because I define whenever there is a change in velocity, because the value or magnitude of velocity is changes. Initially it is 20, finally it is attained 40. When this value is changes, means velocity changes, then in that case acceleration always exists. Now take one another example. Suppose the car is moving from point A to point B. Initially, its velocity is 20 meter per second, and at final point, point B, its velocities remain same. Means it is a constant speed moving car. That is 20 meter per second. Direction is also same. Magnitude is same. As I'm saying that. So in this case, will acceleration exist in the car? I hope it is clear that in this case, acceleration does not exist because there is a no change in velocity in that case. As I'm defined that velocities depend on two terms. Velocity is a vector quantity. Every vector quantities depend on two terms, that is magnitude and direction. If magnitude and direction both are same, both are not changing, in that case velocity does not change. If velocity does not change, in that case acceleration does not exist. I hope it is clear. Now, as I discussed that vector, we define that velocity is a vector quantity because it depends on direction and magnitude both. So, as acceleration related to the velocity term, so it is also a vector quantity. It is also related to both the terms that change in magnitude and change in direction. So there is a one more definition of the acceleration. First definition is the acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. And the second definition on the basis of these two defined conditions that the body is said to be accelerated when velocity of a moving object changes either in magnitude or in direction or in both. So this definition is going to give you a quite vision related to the term acceleration. So this is an example. Suppose I'm giving you example of how magnitude is changes, the acceleration is related to that. Now in this example, suppose one object is moving or one car is moving with the same speed, that is 30 km per hour. It takes a turn moving in another direction. The speed is same, means car is moving with a constant speed. In this case, the speed is same, but direction is changes. So in this case, if direction changes, there is a change in velocity. And whenever there is a change in velocity, acceleration exists in this case, means we need to calculate the acceleration term. So acceleration is dependent on the velocity and velocity is dependent on the magnitude and direction both. If there is a change in the magnitude or there is a change in the direction or both, in both the cases, the acceleration exists. Now some fundamentals that how numerically we define this term acceleration. Suppose there is one picture from some point A to point B. Suppose initially the initial velocity we represented by small u and final velocity is represented by v. And it takes time t to cover from u to v. So acceleration is change in velocity by time. If the velocity of an object changes from initial value or initial velocity u to the final velocity v in time t, then acceleration in physical term is represented by the formula that is written here. That is small a is equals to v minus u by t. That is final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. If the time is also changes, then we take del t, that is t2 minus t1, final time minus initial time. Otherwise, if single time is given that in some particular time it is it is taking attain a velocity v from u, then take a formula v minus u by t. It is a vector quantity. We put the vector sign above the term a and the velocity part. So this kind of motion is known as a accelerated motion. And the velocity can be taken as positive and negative. It is dependent on in which direction it is moving. If it is in the direction of the velocity, we take it as a positive acceleration type, and if the direction is negative, we take it as a negative part. We discuss it is in detail in next slide. Now the unit of acceleration, we define the unit of all other quantities, physical quantities, which we discussed till now. So the acceleration is defined as change in velocity with respect to time. The unit of velocity is meter per second. We derived this term in our last class. The unit of time is second. So acceleration is change in velocity per time. So that is meter per second per time. That is meter by second multiplied by second. So the unit of acceleration is meter by second ka square. Right? Meter per second square is the unit of the acceleration. Now, how we calculate mathematically the acceleration part? I'm giving you one example that one object or one car is moving from point A to point B. Initially, it is at rest mode. That's why the initial velocity is taken as 0. The u is 0 meter per second. At point B, the final velocity v is 10 meter per second. And it attains 0 to 10 in 5 seconds. Means time taken to move from 0 to 10 meter per second is 5 seconds. Now, what is the acceleration in that case? If we want to calculate acceleration, we use that formula that we have defined in a previous slide, that a is equal defined as final velocity minus initial velocity divided by t. That is v minus u by t. Final velocity is now given as 10. So we write 10 meter per second minus 0 meter per second because it started from rest point divided by 5 seconds. So when we calculate it, we get 2 meter per second square. The unit, you have to mention the unit always, that the unit is meter per second square. The answer is 2 meter per second square. I hope it is clear that how we calculate the acceleration part. Now from this calculation, we get basically three results, that acceleration can be positive, or it can be negative, or it can be zero. What does it mean? That what is the meaning of these terms, that positive acceleration, negative acceleration, or zero acceleration? So positive acceleration is when velocity continuously increases with time, then the acceleration is called a positive acceleration. What does it mean? That I'm giving you in previous example, just like in this case, that the velocity is moving from 0 to 10, means velocity increases, it is not decreases in that case. When v is greater than u, in that case this type of acceleration is defined as a positive acceleration. As in a formula, we write that a equals to v minus u by t. If v is greater, then the answer is again positive part. As we discussed in the last example, that we get a positive answer because the value of v is larger in comparison to the value of the u. So we get a positive answer in that case. So this type of acceleration is defined as positive acceleration because we get a positive answer in that case. The negative acceleration is just opposite to positive acceleration. When velocity continuously decreases with time, then acceleration is called negative acceleration. What does it mean? Suppose you are driving some car and suddenly you put a brake. So in that case, from some speed, suppose I'm giving you example, initially the speed or velocity is 20 meter per second, and suddenly you put a brake or you apply a brake, the velocity remains zero because car stops in that case. So when you calculate in a formula that a equals to v minus u by t, the v is greater, that is u is greater, sorry, that is 20 meter per second, and v is 0. So 0 minus 20 by time, the answer is automatically is negative. So this type of acceleration is known as a negative acceleration. And it is also defined as deceleration or retardation. So just clear this point that in positive acceleration, v is greater than u, means final velocity is greater than u, then answer is always positive. And is negative acceleration, u means initial velocity is always greater than final velocity. In that case, answer is negative always. So I hope this both the terms are clear. Now next part is the zero acceleration. What does it mean? When velocity is constant, then acceleration is automatically zero. Suppose initial velocity and final velocity of any car or any object is same, in that case the answer is zero. Suppose, as I'm giving you an example, that a car is moving from at point A, the velocity is 20 meter per second, and when it is reaches at point B, the speed is constant, the velocity is constant, the velocity is 20 meter per second. So when we put the values on the formula, that v minus u by t, that it is 20 minus 20 by t, so approximately we get 20 minus 20 is 0. So this type of case is known as a zero acceleration. So from this formula that we are calculated, the acceleration term, we also get answer as positive, negative, or zero. And on the basis of these answers or on the basis of these results, that what the value we are getting, we can identify that final value is greater or initial value is greater or the velocity is constant. I hope this is clear till now. Now, the next part is the types of acceleration. We define the acceleration in two types, that is uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. We already defined these two terms, uniform and non-uniform. It is very much similar to that. So, uniform acceleration, whenever velocity means, because it is related to velocity, whenever velocity increases in equal magnitude or equal value in equal time interval. So this type of movement or this type of motion is defined as a uniform acceleration. As I'm giving you one example, that one car is moving initially, start from some point initially at after 1 hour the velocity is 10 km per hour, after 2 hour the velocity is 20 km per hour, 3 hour is 30 km per hour, after 4 hour 40 km per hour. Means the velocities increases in equal amount and equal magnitude. and the time interval is also same. So when we plot a graph between the velocity versus time, we get a straight line. So this type of acceleration is defined as a uniform acceleration. So body travels in a straight line in that case, means in a same equal interval, equal magnitude. This type of acceleration is uniform acceleration. Another example is freely falling body. Suppose I am thrown some object from the some floor to the ground, so it is also moving some in uniform accelerated part because it is related to the gravitational force, because gravitational value of the gravitational force is 9.8 meter per second squared. That is the accelerated part. So it is moving with the same velocity, it is moving with the same magnitude, with the same time interval. So this type of example is also our free falling body is example of a uniform acceleration. The next type of acceleration is the non-uniform acceleration. It is opposite to the uniform acceleration, that when velocity undergoes unequal changes, means amount is unequal but the time interval is same as we defined previously in uniform motion and non-uniform motion. So non-uniform acceleration is exactly like that, that non-uniform acceleration is the velocity changes with unequal changes in equal time interval. Right. I'm giving you an example that some body moving with variable velocity or car moving some crowded street. Sometimes the velocity is very high, sometimes the velocity is very low because we are facing some crowd or traffic. In that case, the velocity varies. When velocity varies, but time interval is same. So this type of acceleration is defined as a non-uniform acceleration. As I'm showing you one graph on each one particular table, that at 1 hour the velocity is 10 kilometer per hour, at 2 hour the velocity is 30 kilometer per hour, and at 3 hour the velocity is 40 kilometer per hour. The velocity changes with respect to time. The graph is not a straight line. So this type of acceleration is defined as a non-uniform acceleration. I hope these topic is clear to you. So today's lecture we have discussed about acceleration.